The story that I always tell people about Northeast Harbor, and this shows up in Summer Colony, is about a summer resident who owned a home on Schoolhouse Ledge, and this home had in it a red phone which connected you directly to the White House. And when I interviewed a villager who remembered seeing this red phone, his reaction was that, not everybody gets to see this kind of thing. This is how it really happens. But that's what it was like growing up in Northeast Harbor. You were in this tiny, tiny little coastal village, and yet at the same time, you were also in amazingly close proximity to people who were shaping the fate of the world. Summer Colony was a long time in the making. The very first footage for the project was shot in November of 2004, and those very first shots were of empty shops on Main Street and closed for the season signs. And that's a side of Northeast Harbor that is not often seen by outsiders, and I wanted to capture the feeling that you got when you walked through the downtown area in late autumn and you could hear your own footsteps echoing up and down the street. No traffic, no other pedestrians, just this awful stark silence of a whole street that is totally empty and motionless. And so then the question became, why is the contrast between the seasons so extreme? What is it about the village's history that has led it to that point? Answering that question meant telling the stories of the two communities that make up Northeast Harbor, the year-round population and the summer population. Right now, there's a lot of talk about the decline or the death of Northeast Harbor, but I don't quite agree. What I tried to show in Summer Colony was a community that is about to undergo a very difficult transition, because it's been recognized that the summer economy, the one that is entirely dependent on July and August, that is a dead end, and now members of both communities are exploring other possibilities for the future of the village, ones that are very likely going to take it back to a year-round economy. As one of the interviewees in the documentary says, it's not a decline, it's an evolution, and we'll see if the audience agrees.